You need to start using n8n right now. And I don't say that lightly. I'm a programmer. I can write my own scripts, automate tasks, and build tools from scratch. But when I discovered n8n, I was honestly blown away. It's the most powerful automation platform I've ever tried. It doesn't just save me time, it multiplies my productivity by 10 or more. As someone working a 9 to 5, my time is incredibly valuable, and I'm sure you feel the same way. That's why I turned to n8n. Let me show you exactly what it's doing for me every single day. It automatically pulls in the latest news, fetches new videos from the YouTubers I follow.
If you're testing out building a WordPress website,
and sends everything straight to my Discord.
Email platform to get started with,
It scans Reddit for the hottest trending posts and neatly saves them into a Google Sheet. It even scrapes popular topics from the web, runs them through AI to generate articles, and then publishes those posts directly to my WordPress blog. All of that happens while I focus on my actual work. And the crazy part? You don't need to be a programmer to do the same. Automation has moved beyond coding. Now anyone can build workflows that run their life on autopilot. So, what exactly is n8n? It's an open source workflow automation tool. If you've used Zapier or Make, you'll feel right at home. But with n8n, you'll quickly realize it's far more flexible, private, and powerful. And if you've never touched an automation tool before, don't worry. By the end of this video, you'll be building your very first workflows like a pro. n8n gives you a visual editor where you drag and drop nodes. No coding required. It integrates with more than 500 services: Google, Slack, Telegram, Notion, WordPress, and so many others. And here's how you can get started today. There are 3 ways to install and use n8n. 1. The easiest option is the official cloud service. Just sign up, get a free 14-day trial, and start building workflows. After the trial, it starts at $20 per month. 2. A cheaper option is using Hostinger's managed n8n service. Only $4.99 per month. 3. And if you want it completely free, you can deploy it yourself locally with Docker. That takes more setup, but gives you full control. In this video, I'll guide you through each of these options, show you how to set up your first workflows, and share some of my favorite real-world automations. So grab your coffee, let's get started. Now, let's start building our very first workflows together in n8n. If this is your very first time using n8n, the first step is to create an account. Go ahead and sign up by entering your email address, choosing a password, and filling out the registration form. After that, you'll be asked a few quick questions about your background and how you plan to use n8n. Don't worry too much about these. You can simply check any of the options to finish the setup quickly. And just like that, you'll land inside the n8n workflow editor, the main dashboard, where all of your automations will come to life. Now, you're holding the key to a brand new world. Let's start small, solving one of those everyday problems we all face. Do you ever feel like you're constantly falling behind, unable to keep up with the latest updates? For me, there's always too much to track. Hacker News, subreddits, YouTube, X, tech blogs. The list never ends. And no matter what, a day still only has 24 hours. It's impossible to catch up. So, here's a perfect starting point for automation. Let's create a workflow that gathers the latest news, YouTube and subreddit posts and tech updates, then sends you a daily digest straight to your inbox. Let's walk through the first steps of building this automation inside n8n. Step 1. Add the trigger. Click Add first step and choose Manual Trigger. This is a required step because every workflow in n8n begins with a trigger. Think of it as the starting point. Step 2. Add an RSS read node. Next, click the plus button in the top right corner to add our second node. Search for RSS, then select RSS read. This node is used to fetch the latest content from websites that provide an RSS feed. And many websites do. For example, Hacker News provides its feed at paste that URL into the parameters URL field of the RSS read node. Now, click Execute node. On the right side, in the output panel, you'll see the results. About 30 items pulled directly from Hacker News. understanding the node. Window, when you double-click on any node, you'll see 3 key panels. Input on the left, what data goes in. Node configuration in the middle, where you set parameters. Output on the right, the results of this step. The output can be viewed in schema, table, or JSON format. Looking at the Hacker News output, you can clearly see details like titles, links, publish dates, and comment links. Step 3. Try another feed. Let's try another website, Hackernoon. This URL into the node's URL field and execute it. This time, the output shows more than 20 items, including creator info, titles, links, publish dates, and even article content. Keep in mind, the number of items you get isn't controlled by n8n. It's defined by each website's RSS feed, and the structure of the data can vary from site to site. Step 4. Connect the workflow. Now we can connect our manual trigger to the RSS read node. This gives us the simplest possible workflow. One trigger, one RSS reader. To test it, click on the trigger node to run the workflow. Once it completes successfully, double-click the RSS read node, and you'll see the fetched results displayed in the output panel. And just like that, you've built your very first workflow. Next, let's add a new node, so the workflow can actively send messages to us. This way, instead of checking outputs inside n8n, we'll receive the updates directly where we want them. For this example, we'll use Discord. Step 1. Add the Discord node. Click the plus button to add another node, then search for Discord. You'll notice Discord provides many different actions: creating channels, deleting channels, fetching messages, sending messages, and more. For our case, select Send a Message. Step 2. Configure the connection. After adding the node, you'll see it requires 3 to 5 parameters: connection type and credentials. For connection type, select Webhook. This is the simplest option. For credentials, choose Create New Credential. This is where we need to provide Discord's webhook URL. Step 3. Create a Discord webhook. Go to your Discord server and create a new channel. In my case, I called it Noon Message. Click the settings icon next to the channel name. In the left sidebar, select Integrations. On the right, click Create Webhook. A new webhook will appear. Click on it, and then copy the webhook URL. Step 4. Add the webhook to n8n. Back in n8n, paste the copied webhook URL into the credentials field and save it. Now the credential is set up. To test it, go to the message field of the Discord node and type something simple, like Hello Hackernoon. Click Execute Node. On the right, the output panel should show success, and if you check your Discord channel, you'll see the message has arrived. Step 5. Run the full workflow. Now connect the nodes together: the manual trigger, RSS read, Discord. Execute the workflow. This time, instead of just seeing results in the output panel, you'll see multiple messages appear directly in your Discord channel. In my case, since the Hackernoon feed had about 30 plus items, I expected to see 30 plus messages posted. However, only 13 messages came through. That's because Discord has an internal rate limit. If messages are sent too quickly, some are skipped. But that's not a big issue. What matters is this: we've successfully automated the process of sending live updates straight to Discord. The next step is to actually send the Hackernoon articles into our Discord channel. To do this, we need to configure the Discord node. When I click on the message field, you'll see a prompt that says, drag input fields from the left into this box. On the left-hand side, we already have the data pulled in from the RSS node. Things like the title, link, pub date, and content snippet. I'll go ahead and drag those fields into the message area so that each message will include the real details of the article. Once that's done, I can click Execute Node to test it. And now, if I switch over to Discord, I can see that the channel has received an actual post directly from Hackernoon, complete with the article title, the link, the publication date, and a short snippet of the content. This is the moment where the workflow goes from a simple test message to delivering real, useful information automatically. Now that we're able to send messages to Discord, this opens up the possibility of aggregating all kinds of content, blogs, websites, news sources, and more, and having them delivered straight into our channel. But here's the problem. When there's too much information, it's still impossible to read everything. So, what if we only want to see a small portion of the feed each day instead of the full list? The solution is to add a limit node right after the RSS feed node. By setting a limit, for example to 5 items, we can control how many articles are passed on to the rest of the workflow. When I run it with the limit in place, you can clearly see the change. The original 20 items pulled from the feed are reduced to just 5 results. And when I execute the entire workflow again, only those 5 selected messages are sent into Discord. This way, instead of being overwhelmed with every single update, we get a manageable daily digest. At this point, we're very close to our final goal. The last step is to take all the messages we've pulled from different blogs and feeds, generate a concise summary, and then send that digest into Discord. This way, instead of scrolling through dozens of articles, we save real time by only looking at the highlights that actually matter to us. And this is where the real magic comes in. AI integration. In n8n, there are multiple AI chat nodes you can choose from. OpenAI, DeepSeek, Google, Grok, Claude, and more. For this demonstration, I'll use the OpenAI node with ChatGPT. To configure it, we first create a credential by adding an API key. You can generate this key in your OpenAI account dashboard at platform.openai.com and then paste it back into n8n. Once saved, we select the GPT model we want to use and write a prompt in the messages prompt field. In my case, the prompt tells ChatGPT to summarize the article content into just 2 to 3 sentences while keeping the original link intact. When I execute the node, the output on the right shows the summarized version of each article. Instead of long posts, we now have clean, short summaries that capture the main point at a glance. Because we've added this AI node between the limit node and Discord, the input parameters for Discord have changed. So we quickly update the Discord node to use the AI's summarized output. After saving the changes and running the workflow again, the result appears right inside Discord. A series of concise news briefs, each with a link back to the full article. And just like that, we've transformed raw feeds into a daily AI-powered digest, delivered directly to Discord. It's shorter, smarter, and so much easier to keep up with. Now this is really exciting. We've already built a workflow that aggregates blog posts and news articles into a summarized digest. And now we're going to take it one step further. Let's create another workflow that pulls the latest videos from YouTube channels you're subscribed to and sends them straight to Discord. Imagine getting updates from all your favorite creators in one place. That's exactly what we're about to build. First, let's save the workflow we just created and give it a name. I will call mine blog aggregation. Then, let's create a brand new workflow. Just like before, we'll start by adding a trigger node. Here's the trick. YouTube channels actually provide RSS feeds, just like blogs. If you go to a creator's channel page, click More, then Share Channel, you'll find the channel ID. For example, here's one I copied. Che624 Cabham 6 Clo 7a. To turn this into an RSS feed link, you append it to the base URL, youtube.com feeds. If you open this in a browser, you'll see the channel's recent videos. But note, YouTube RSS feeds only return up to 15 items per channel. What if we want to track multiple creators at once? That's where things get interesting. I've prepared 3 channel IDs. To handle multiple IDs, I'll add an edit fields node in n8n. In this node, I create a new field called channel IDs, set its type to array, and paste in all 3 channel IDs. Now, since YouTube's RSS feed URL only accepts a single channel ID at a time, we need to split the array. That's where the split node comes in. After connecting it, the output changes from one item into 3 items, one for each channel ID, exactly what we want. Next, we add an RSS read node and use the YouTube feed URL template. Each time the split node passes a channel ID, the RSS node pulls that channel's videos. Running it, we get 45 results in total, 15 videos per channel, across the 3 channels. But maybe you don't want to see everything. Let's say you only care about the most recent 5 days. To do that, we add a filter node and configure it for time-based filtering. After running it, the results drop from 45 items down to just 10. Only basically all the videos posted in the last 5 days. Now, you might see some expressions like JSON, ISO date, to date, format, yay, MMD. Now minus, days 5, format, yay, MMD. Don't worry if you're not a coder. These aren't lines I came up with myself. I simply asked AI to generate the filter logic for me. All you need to do is describe to AI what you want the node to do, and it will give you the right expression to copy into n8n. Finally, just like in our first workflow, we add a Discord node and decide what fields we want to send. For example, the video title, link, and publish date. Running the workflow, you'll see the output. A clean feed of recent YouTube updates from all your favorite creators delivered right into your Discord channel. And just like that, we've built a second automation. One that makes sure you never miss a video without wasting time jumping between channels. So, there you have it. In this video, we built an end-to-end automation, pulling content from blogs, news sites, and YouTube channels, filtering what matters, summarizing it with AI, and sending it all directly into Discord. What used to take hours of scrolling can now be condensed into a few minutes of skimming, a daily digest. This is the real power of n8n. It's not just about saving clicks. It's about freeing up your time so you can focus on what actually matters. And here's the exciting part. What we've built today is just the beginning. If you enjoyed seeing how AI can summarize your feeds, wait until you see what happens when we let AI do more than summarize, when we give it the ability to take action on your behalf. That's right. In the next video, we're going to explore AI agents inside n8n and how they can move from simply processing data to actually making decisions and running tasks for you. So make sure you're subscribed, because this is where automation gets really interesting.